What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Trooper Transmission. And we got my man Elias here breaking down his experience in Fit Nerd Academy. Brother, thank you so much for taking the time.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's dial it on back in the time machine 6, 7, 8 months ago. What was going on in your health and fitness, and what inspired you to reach out to a dude in a clone trooper helmet?
Well, 8 months ago, I was 40 kilograms above of my desired weight. I was suffering from lack of energy. I was tired all the time, and also, I was sweating without doing anything. I was in my lowest point, and I have like this toxic cycle that I believe that it was because of the pandemic, because of the job, instead of doing something. And then I start having like random videos in my Instagram regarding a guy doing exercise with a trooper helmet. It was funny, and then I started researching more, and I saw that it was a program. So it was a perfect way to avoid my problem without having to be completely straightforward, and it was a friendly way to do it for the Republic.
Mm-hmm. Always for the Republic. I love that.
Exactly, yeah.
And I love that you're always like, we're doing it for the Republic. Like, why wouldn't I work out?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and so you get started. Were there any concerns that you had? Obviously, you're in Mexico, I'm in the US. We're doing this in a remote capacity. So curious what your initial thoughts and experience were, and what you learned came to realize.
Well, I first at the very beginning, I had like this experience. Maybe this was a scam, for example. Then I thought, I've been working 2 years in a remote way. So maybe now we can have like remote training. And when I start having like the first interviews, having a lot of complementary information about the program, how you work, and that you did it, for example, with an app and then with a tracking device, and that also that you have like all this the information to complement the program. I start like saying, well, give it a shot, don't just judge, give a doubt point, and just take the leap of faith.
Yeah, and you did that. And so, what have you enjoyed over the last, I think, 3, 4 months? Now that you've joined, you've got to sink your teeth into it a little bit.
Well, for me, the toughest part, not only the diet, it was sticking to a routine in the gym. Why? Because it can be, first of all, intimidating going to the gym, and also, well, not knowing what to do. But if you have a program, an app that show you how to do the exercise, how many repetitions you need to do, and if you are feeling stronger, you can do more. If you are feeling really tired out because of the training, you don't have to do everything in one sitting. You can always come back, ask for more information, and that was really helpful. At the beginning, I was on my lowest point, and now after 4 months or 4 months and a half, I know I'm stronger. Now I have muscles where they should be. I'm starting to have a stronger abdomen and with marks, with fitness marks. I didn't believe that was possible. In my like social, psychological aspect, I have a lot of improvement in my self-esteem. I feel so much confident in so many situations. For example, now I can use a suit and feel comfortable in a meeting, moving around, taking out the suit and sticking just with the shirt. I feel comfortable with my friends, with my companions, because I'm more comfortable with my body. I know there's still some changes and improvements I can have, but overall, I'm 40 kilograms lower in weight, uh, full of energy, and also now is with a community. It's not alone. We can talk about the small things, certain common topics, and that can be like a silly thing for an external person, but inside, well, you feel like you're not alone, even though I'm in Mexico and 90% of the community is in the United States. So that's really good. And well, you feel like, well, maybe I'm doing this alone in Mexico, but I know there is a republic that is supporting me. So it's like a good way of doing things.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. And I love like the benefits that you've seen outside. Everyone wants to focus on weight loss, but you're like, dude, I can wear a suit, go to work, and I'm like, bam, feeling good, looking good, dressing good. I love that. And I think that's like it's like one of those moments where like, yeah, you lose weight and it's like kind of this broad term. But when you have like specific moments like that where you're like, oh yeah, I wore this suit to this wedding and I was just like, boom. Like
Yeah.
that's super fun. So if you could go back like a year or anyone watching this and be like, hey, 3 keys to success, what would you recommend?
You will always be scared. And if you decide to stick with your fears, you are going to keep suffering. So, as some famous brand would say, just do it because that's the only thing that is stopping you to have changes. The second one, and well, that's a thing I had to understand in a couple of months. You're going to fail, and it's going to be hard. And well, every person is different. In my case, I take self criticism really strong. So you're going to fail. You don't want to fail, but the best way to improve is failing, taking a moment, and repeat. And the third thing is don't be afraid to ask for help because, well, maybe you are alone. Maybe you like being the lone wolf, or you don't want to talk about that with your friends or inner circle of friendship and family. But you can always go and talk with someone and try to be the as honest as you can. Because if you start like having like little lies and indulging yourself, you're going to be in a vicious cycle. So that would be the things I will say from a year and better perspective than the last year that I was in my lowest point.
Yeah, dude, that's incredible awareness. And I think three things that maybe people might look as like, oh, it's not like, a certain food to eat or a certain workout to do. And like you kind of cracked it right there. Like those are three powerful like mindset shifts. I think if anyone can make it plays a huge role. Like your fear is always going to be there. I love that you said that. And the Nike just do it, right? Kind of like Yoda, do or do not. Like there's a reason why Nike's so big and Yoda's so big. They just do it.
Yeah, and well, that would be like a fourth one, but after going to Japan and having like another perspective, also like a spiritual one, is, dude, life is so freaking short that if you want to be like next year I do it, or oh well, I'm going to wait until the big project at the company passes, or until I'm feeling better regarding this, you don't know when you're going to die. And that's another thing. Life is so short, and we don't have like the perspective of when we're going to die or how long we're going to be able to be in this position to take decisions. Is really difficult until you take awareness. So just like make the best of the time you have in this world
Yeah.
without any like religious or more spiritual way. Just enjoy the time you have because it's just a freaking sparkle in the universe. So that's the thing I will say for my year ago self.
Dude, that's some Jedi wisdom right there, man. We got to get you on the council and training the Padawans. That's mic drop stuff. Dude, thank you so much for sharing this and excited to watch your career and everything inside the academy. And dude, it's so fun working with you.
Thanks a lot, man.
Awesome. Boom. And I'll edit that.